Alright, y'all. So, before I get too far in this video, I do want to do a channel shout out. Now, y'all know I hardly ever do this, but for this person, I do want to do it for two reasons. One, they spread the truth, and we need more people like that. Number two, the stuff that they are saying, I feel like they will get shut down. Like I said, I've been through this with YouTube, so they're a new channel, or they're a growing channel, I should say, not new, but they're a growing channel. So, like I said, they have around 1,300 subscribers, but they are really speaking up, especially for what's going on in Canada. So, again, April Clayton, definitely check her channel out. She's doing a great job. So, moving on into this video, alright? So, this is the other video that I was telling y'all that I want to do, alright? So, this is going to be a post from ABC News, alright? So, I'm just going to go through this real quick, and then I'm going to put my opinion at the end of this, alright? So, again, it's about a 13-year-old being falsely arrested and falsely accused of threatening school violence, alright? So, Nia Williams, a 13-year-old from Florida, is speaking out after she was arrested and falsely accused of making threats of violence against her school in November of 2021. Now her family is filing a lawsuit against several parties that claim are at fault. Alright, so Williams was detained for 14 days or 2 weeks over the false accusations, according to the family, after a fellow student impersonating her on Instagram made threats against the school. As a result, her family has now filed a lawsuit against the school, Instagram, and its parents' company Meta, they announced on Wednesday. The family also filed a notice of intent to sue the Pembroke Pines Police Department over the incident. She goes on to say, when it comes to our children, law enforcement and our school officials must make sure they do their homework before they put our kids in handcuffs. And we know that, yes, there has been a situation that have ended in tragedy where these type of threats need to be taken seriously, but it cannot come at the expense of our children. The other student, whose name has not been released, was charged of the incident. Alright. Lawsuit alleges the defendants engaged in malicious prosecution, violated women's civil rights, and intentionally inflicted emotional distress. Her mother called this situation traumatizing, which, I can obviously relate and agree to that. So I'm just going to stop right here for a minute. So, again, I can relate to this, alright? As far as being falsely arrested, I can relate. As far as it being a traumatized situation, I can completely understand that. And I'll get more of that here in just a minute, but I just want to keep going for a minute. So, she goes on to say, nobody looked into what damage it did. She added, emotionally, mentally, and she's still growing. She's young and she's growing, so as adults, a lot of things in our past affect us, and I think it's something that will affect her. And, I agree. It probably will affect her for a while, alright? The complaint also alleges that Williams was bullied while she was a student at Renaissance Charter School, and that the school failed to investigate or otherwise respond after it was reported. Bullying got so bad, Davis said, that she pulled her daughter out of school only a few days before the November arrest. Let's see. Lawsuit also alleges that Instagram was negligent because a lot of the other students created fake accounts impersonating Williams. They have not commented on the lawsuit. Pembroke Pines Police Department also declined to comment on the lawsuit. Police say the investigation showed that those IP addresses showed the threats were linked to another student who had created email addresses and Instagram accounts with Williams' name and used them to make threats against students and staff at a Renaissance Charter School. At the press conference announcing the lawsuit, Porter said that it would be naive to think that race did not play a role in this incident. He also said that police department's claim that Williams' friend did not cooperate was false. She also goes on to say, it's very shocking to see a child handcuffed, something like that, and I just hope that they deal with it in a different way. No child should be put in jail and taken away from the family at all. Williams' family is suing for a minimum of $30,000 as well as costs and attorney fees. Alright, so overall, I do agree with what the family is saying, overall. again, I can relate. I was falsely arrested. All right. Now, obviously, I am not 13. So at that age, it's gonna be a different experience. All right. You're 13. You're being put in handcuffs for something that you didn't do, and you're thrown into juvenile detention for 2 weeks. All right. So with that being said, there's a couple questions that this article didn't address that I would like to know more about. All right. So number one, if she was in there for 2 weeks, you're supposed to get a bond hearing. At least as far as I know, you're supposed to get a bond hearing either, depending on what time, the day you're there or the next day or day after that. You're supposed to get a bond hearing sometime in those 3 days, if I'm correct. All right. So I'm assuming that she didn't get that or her bond was denied, is what I'm assuming. All right, because the family's not even suing for that. So I'm assuming that her bond was denied, or she just didn't get a appearance to go to bond court. So that being said, like I said, traumatizing, yes. She's 13 years old. Now, as far as race being a part of this, I'm not saying it is, or I'm not saying it isn't. All right. It very well could be. Race could very well be a part of this, but I don't think that that's the main issue. All right. You gotta have a lot more than that. Just say it's a racial thing. But as far as them suing and getting money, yeah, they definitely have a good case. All right. So, also as far as $30,000, I would go higher. $30,000 is not going to bring back 2 weeks that she had to spend in there. It's not going to bring back the time that she missed at school, time that she missed away from family. And again, she's 13 years old, so I'm sure that she is very traumatized for this, alright? I know after I even got out, after being falsely arrested, it messed with me for a while, alright? I had trust issues with the cops for weeks after that. Every time I saw a cop, I got nervous. So I can only imagine how she's feeling at 13. So if I was family, I would go for 100,000, 200,000. All right. You just gotta get the right lawyer and be one that is willing to fight. But at the end of the day, that's not gonna change what happened. All right. It's not gonna change what happened with me. It's not gonna change what happened with her. But the money part will make it better. But again, it's not gonna change the cops. There's always going to be bad cops. And the fact of the matter is, these cops are still going to be on the force. Alright? So that's not going to change. These police departments have funds set up for stuff like this. Because stuff like this happens on a daily basis. It does not get reported, but it happens on a daily basis. But, again, this is the other video I was talking about doing. I feel like it was important to do. And I feel like, but hopefully this girl can recover from this. Hopefully she is going to be able to recover fully from this. And hopefully the school does something about the bullying. But that is something that schools all over America need to really focus on, is bullying. Because shootings at school do happen due to bullying, alright? 9 times out of 10, that's what it's going to be. This kid was being bullied. This kid was being bullied. Alright? Whether it's by a girl, other guys, a group of people, whatever case it may be. That's how these school things happen, due to bullying. But again, hopefully this girl can recover from this. Hopefully the school does something about the bullying. And again, hopefully her family goes for more than $30,000. Like I said, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to make nobody feel better, but it will help the situation. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching, and y'all stay safe out there.